Yeah, well we use all natural hardwood, so no gases or charcoal, just our fuel and our energy. So what we're going to use, we just take all natural hardwood that we use from the sawmill. So use the sawdust, put it through a die. There's no additives or any binders in it. Makes it a lot healthier. For centuries we used to cook with hardwood. That was the main source of fuel when they're cooking. But eventually we went away from it because the process, it was hard to regulate your temperature and it took a lot of time and effort to go into it. So when fossil fuels got into the picture, it made it a little easier to cook. We want, and even when with the fossil fuels, your gas and charcoal, they don't have a natural flavor of their own. They don't add anything to it. So you have to add the wood to it. Well, we wanted the benefits and the flavor and taste that comes with hardwood. We wanted the ease and convenience of cooking with gas or charcoal, right? So we did here at Traeger, we use a hardwood pellet, and it's very simple. All it is, put your pellets in, flip a switch, and it's that easy. Can't beat that, right?
So it's electric,
so
the gas?
Nope.
Electric.
The only electricity that there is what runs the auger. So if you look, the electricity will it runs an auger, will feed into a fire pot. And right down here at the bottom, this little silver thing, that's a hot rod. And everyone always wanted a hot rod, right? Yeah. That hot rod, when the pellets fall onto the hot rod, it'll ignite the pellets. And once those are ignited, it'll turn off. So you don't worry about it anymore. There's no more need for the dangerous lighter fluids or matches you use either. It makes it a lot safer for cooking. So if you put your hand here, you can feel some air going around. That little convection fan creates a convection style cooking. But what we're going to do is since your flame's coming up, we put a baffle pan in here. And your baffle pan creates an indirect heat source. So it helps it evenly distribute the heat all the way through it, so you don't get any hot spots in there. And we throw in a drip tray. Now this drip tray is angled, and it serves two purposes. It allows all the grease and the fat to run off into a bucket, which is easy to clean up and easy to collect. But the second reason we have it in there is it prevents, since it's a second barrier against your flame, it prevents any flare-up. That's the flare-up. There's three reasons you don't want any flare-up. You don't want it to flare up because it'll burn your meat and char everything. You get the carcinogens that aren't healthy. The second reason is your flare up. It's harder when it flares up. You can't regulate any of your temperature. It makes it hard to regulate. And the third reason, you don't want to singe your eyebrows. You know. Well, what we did, we lined our whole entire grill with ceramic. It's all ceramic coated. So it's very easy to clean, non-stick. You don't worry about any different flavors staying on there. You don't want to cook your fish and have your pizza or steaks taste like fish, right? So it doesn't stick on there. What we did, we realized that during cooking, your temperature is the most important part. So we gave it a thermostat controlled temperature setting on here. So it's easy to start. All you're going to do is set it depending on what you want to do. It'll feed the fuel accordingly to maintain a precise temperature throughout the whole entire cooking process. So if you like to do a lot of the barbecue and you want to set it at a lower temperature, you can do the smoke or the 225, 180, whatever your desire is. I like to do a lot of barbecue and I do grilling on with my steaks and stuff. So I have the ability to cook. I can do a slow cook, a bake, a roast, a grill, sear, and even smoke. Makes it very versatile, but yet very affordable because I'm using all natural hardwood.
Right.
So these are also environmentally friendly. 85% less emissions on these, or 85% less than EPA guidelines, so it's carbon neutral. And we're using sawdust that otherwise would end up in a landfill. But what we do with the versatility on this, we've given it a new direction in cooking in the outdoors.
Right.
So my wife uses ours, she bakes in it. So we've done cakes, we do cookies, biscuits, pizzas, anything you would do in your conventional oven in the house, you can do here. Which makes it very versatile that way. And all it is, it's as simple as switching your gauge. You do a lot of different cooking?
You know, mostly barbecue type stuff. So.
Much barbecue, so you do like the 225 range and stuff. Right. So you're probably a man that understands how important it is to regulate your temperature through the process, right? That's what I love, is normally, you probably understand that if you're looking, you're not cooking, right? Right. So it's easy now, instead of sitting here and being the grill master while everyone else has a little time out in the lawn while you're out here, you know, there's no more any need for that because this does all the work. It takes all the guesswork out of cooking. So it takes anyone that does cooking, turns them into a gourmet chef. You can be a real pit master. Yep. There's the 16 gauge cold rolled steel. powder coated, so it's going to withhold up any of the elements out here. We're out of Wilsonville, Oregon, so we